Hey there, good looking. Join me for this 8-move core and low back yummy movement series. Listen, if you have any issues with your low back, or maybe you don't want any issues with your low back, this is a fantastic daily routine to do. No equipment is required, so hey, let's go get started. Hello there. If you are not familiar with my beautiful niece, Karis, I'd like to introduce you to Karis. She's joining us today. We have 45 seconds of work on the clock, 1 round for everything. Let's start down on all fours. If your knees are sensitive, maybe double up your mat because we are on your knees for a couple of moves here. Let's take those wrists under shoulders, knees apart underneath the hips. Inhale, let the low back sag and the head looks up. Exhale, push the ground away and tuck the tailbone under. Do it again. Now, for those of you with osteoporosis, we are going to limit the rounding. So you're almost going to go to neutral, or not almost, you will go to neutral, but then you will allow your low back to go into that extension where we look up, let the belly drop, and just coordinate your breath with this. For those of you without osteoporosis, you are trying to eke out as much range of motion as you can. In fact, as you round up, you may even find that pushing the ground away really helps separate those shoulder blades. Last couple of here. All right, keep the feet flat, hands light behind the ears. And again, you might want to double up your mat for this. Let's get the knees hip width apart. Hands up, shoulder blades pull back, push the hips back a bit as we hinge and then come up. So this is a kneeling hinge. This is also how I teach beginners how to hip hinge if they absolutely are having an atrocious time trying to figure out how to hinge from the hips. So we're pushing the hips back, working the extensors of our low back into our glutes as well. We are keeping the shoulder blades pinched together. So if you take a sort of glimpse in your peripheral vision, I don't want you to be able to see your arms. Last 15 seconds, and then we're on our backs. We're using our glutes to come up. It's also a fun one to do, holding onto a kettlebell. All right, dead bug. Most of you are familiar with this move. It's every trainer's favorite. Arms up, knees lined up with the hips, ankles with knees, wrists with shoulders. Draw the belly button in, activate the deep core. Opposite arm and leg. Breathe it. So we're going to stay here for 2 different versions of the dead bug. We're learning right here how to maintain neutral as we lower the limbs to the ground. So if that low back of yours is popping off and you can't control it, let's keep the knee bent and drop down with a bent knee. So the whole purpose of this exercise is to maintain neutral as the limbs are dropping away from the body. Back of the neck is long, feeling those core muscles, quite possibly the hips as well. Reaching it, heel to thumb. All right, drop the feet, just give the hips a bit of a break. So we're going to move into a dead bug, but now we are resisting and we're going to lower same side leg and arm. So let's get back set up. Let's get the right hand pressing into the right knee, lower the left. Now press the left knee into the left hand to lower the right. So I want you to really press the knee into the hand and then the hand's resisting that knee coming towards you. That's the resisted part. Then from there, we lower down those limbs. Moving on to all fours after this move. Remember that neutral spine on this crew. So maybe we keep that knee bent just to make sure that we keep the neutral spine. That low back's not going to pop off because this is more challenging than that first dead bug we did. All right, all fours, wrists under shoulders, knees apart underneath the hips. Spread those fingers for me. Now find neutral spine. Beautiful. Gaze at the top of your mat. Extend one arm, thumb up, opposite leg, lower, other side. Now, when we do this, we're going to keep those hips squared to our mat. We're going to keep the back of the neck long. So don't worry about looking at Karis and I, even though we are looking pretty good in our black today. But I want you to keep that neutral spine. Just gaze at that top of your mat. And then we're going to rotate the thumb so it's pointed to the ceiling as we extend to get a little bit of our lats, big muscles down the sides of the back. Going to lie on our side in about 10 seconds. Breathing out as we extend the limbs. Beautiful. All right, take yourself elbow under shoulder, knees bent, feet together, and our knees are in front of our body. We're going to stay out of that bottom shoulder, so we're not dropping into it. Now let's lift the hip up and then squeeze the hips forward. So this is a modified side plank because I want to add some hip movement to it. Keep the feet together, open up, and lower. When we think of our core, I want you to get away from the feeling that it's just your abs. In fact, if we were to take your arms, legs, and head, what we're left is with your core. So that includes upper and lower back. That includes the hip area. So here we've got hips, obliques, and then into the shoulder of this bottom arm. All right, other side. So where's our setup? Super important with a plank, especially on the side, is elbow under shoulder. It's not ahead of you. Knees bent, lift up, squeeze the hips to us, keep the feet together, open that knee. There we go. Last two moves. So as I mentioned in the intro, these can be done daily. Be a great little routine to wake up to, actually. Get the body ready. Get your mind ready for the day. For our last move, we're going to be standing. Just giving you an FYI. Should be feeling those hips, yeah? The last couple of reps, one more. Woo! All right, come to stand. We have two different variations. Hands light behind the ears, more advanced, arms straight out. Let's get the feet shoulder width apart on a 45 here with Karis, and we are gonna hinge forward and then come up. So this is a standing back extension as well as kind of a deadlift. So we're waking up the back of the thighs for sure, but we are keeping neutral spine so we get those extensors fired up. And if your arms are straight up, you are no doubt going to feel your upper back. Pushing that bum rear, seeking out the wall behind us, hinging from that hip, not our waistband. Breathe. And release. We did it. Good job, kid. Thank you so much for joining us. We look forward to reading your comments down below and have a fantastic rest of your day. Bye.